Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Stafford here coming off his pick six. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
28-yard gain.
That's good for 28 yards. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Lions first.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
To Kenny Galladay.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
Fourth down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. That's to his running back, complete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Is a turnover.
Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
From the 25 on second down, Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
7, Lions 6.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones. 34 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use it. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
1 yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And what a return as he brings us one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. One more time with Mostert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
And goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Now Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So they will go for it. Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the 24-yard line.
From the 24, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 5.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead.
Good.
Gold with the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. 2nd and 16. running the counter with Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Hey, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
His pass caught at the 4 and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll run with Bawden. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Danny Shelton picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
Williams made the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And that's inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 26 yards on the play there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now here in Santa Clara, it's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Stafford throwing on target to Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a pickup of 3.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 24. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Johnson. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Tackle made at the
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the Lions first down.
Stafford on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Kick is good.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
35-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Looking downfield for Jones. And he is all the way up past the 25. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Garoppolo. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing deep for Galladay. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
Complete to number 19.
A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Point conversion.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Lions 30, 49ers 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
With a 2-point conversion.
That's caught, and they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Today's final score.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary.